Hello. Today I'm going to be painting 4 paintings using only 30 brushstrokes each in each painting, because 30 brushstrokes for 4 paintings would be like crazy. So the rules are simple. You can go online and find an image that you'd like to paint, or you can use the ones that I use in this video. Try to find something simple. It'd be probably hard to do a landscape, though not impossible. I'm sure you could do it. I believe in you. But just try to find something kind of simple to start with, like a piece of fruit or a flower. Once you have your picture, all you have to do is count your brush strokes until you reach 30 and stop. What this exercise does is it forces you to be decisive and purposeful with your brush strokes. So here we go. I'm gonna put mine right over here on the left side. I'm gonna have a counter on the bottom left corner, so you can keep track with me. And you can make your brush strokes go as long as you want, as long as you don't lift up your brush. As soon as you lift up your brush, that's the end of the brush stroke. So if you need to fill a big space with like a squiggle, then that would technically count as 1 brush stroke. But as soon as your brush leaves the page, that's the end of that brush stroke and you can't keep messing with it. Now, if you notice, this sunflower over here has a lot of petals. And obviously I'm not going to be able to paint every single petal because that would be way more than 30 brush strokes by the time I'm done with it. So the point of this is to simplify what you're looking at and paint it more impressionistic. Be loose with your brush strokes and try not to worry about all the little details. I think for beginners, a lot of times you get lost in all the details. But depending on what you're painting, a lot of times you can create the same effect or even a better effect just with 1 brush stroke. And trust me, this is not going to be easy. When I first started painting this sunflower, I was like, oh no, what have I gotten myself into? But by the end of it, it was coming together pretty nicely. And I was really surprised at how good it looked for only having 30 brush strokes total. All right, on to the next one. Starting with the basic body shape. Definitely try to pay attention to big sections in your image. If it helps, you can squint your eyes and kind of blur the image a little bit to where the lines kind of become one. And just go for it. Try to have fun. Remember, this is just for practice. You're not gonna hang this on your wall because it's not gonna be like a masterpiece or anything. And if it does turn into a masterpiece, I mean, good for you. Then you can try to hang it on your wall or something. I don't know. But the point of this is just for practice. So don't be too hard on yourself. Have fun. And these paintings should go by pretty quickly, especially if you're not giving it too much thought and worrying about your next brush stroke. I feel like for this bird, I really let loose because I had just finished that flower and it turned out so well. So I was really confident going into the bird, and I feel like it all came together a lot easier and quicker, and I honestly feel like this one turned out the best. I mean, it's definitely my favorite. Let me know in the comments which one of these is your favorite, or you can rate all 4 of them. Tell me how you would rate them from best to worst. That would be really interesting just to see everybody's different opinions. Also, a quick little side note, I love these little bird feet, the little bird claws, how they hold on to the branches. I don't know why, I love, they're so cute and little compared to the big old bird body. I also just love a big chubby bird. I mean, the bird in this picture is not that chubby, but I definitely put some pudge into my bird just to make him a little cuter to me. All right, on to painting number 3. This tree I honestly thought was gonna go easier than all 4 paintings, but I think I probably did the worst on this one. I don't know, maybe the next one might have been worse. I don't know. But I had taken a break because I colored the background to give it a little bit of a pop off the page. My last painting is the horse, and the horse is white, and so is the background of the paper. So I figured if I painted it all kind of a muted green color, then you would be able to see better definition in the tree and in the horse that I do next. So since I had painted the background, I needed to let it dry. So I took a break for a while, and when I came back to do the tree, I think I just went about it all wrong. I should have filled bigger areas of the tree first. Instead, I was doing a lot of like single strokes. So then I ran out of strokes really fast. By the end, I was like, wait, I don't have enough brush strokes to put all the highlights in the leaves. So I kind of ran out of brush strokes, and it doesn't look terrible, but it definitely looks the worst, I think, which is kind of crazy because this was supposed to be my easy one. I thought about doing this one first because I was like, oh, a tree, that's gonna be super easy. And as soon as I was done with the last brush stroke, I really just wanted to redo it. I wanted to paint it again and take what I had learned from doing it the first time and just do it better the second time. But I didn't. I had one more to do, and I just went straight into that one. I think if I wasn't filming this, I would have done each of them twice. Now for the last one. This one was definitely the hardest of all four, and I knew it would be, which is why I put it last. I figured that way I would have enough practice by the time I got to the fourth one. It wouldn't be as difficult, but yeah, no, it was still pretty challenging. And my light and shadow values are just way off. The shadow side of the horse is like way too dark, and I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get the exact color of the horse because that would just take a lot of mixing time, and I just didn't really feel like concentrating on mixing a perfect color. But I also chose poorly in my composition in my sketchbook. I definitely should have put the horse on the left side of the page because his body just kind of ends. So it probably would have looked a lot better, and it just would have made things easier while I was painting. At the end of this video, I actually go back and put a border all the way around the horse to where he almost looks like he's in a picture frame, just because it was bothering me so bad that his body just kind of stops. I also kind of cheat right here at the end. I do a couple more brush strokes than 30. The first few were kind of upsetting because I just didn't have enough paint on my brush, and my brush just kind of stuck. So I didn't get to continue my brush stroke that I wanted. Otherwise, it would have only been like 2 or 3 extra ones, but it turned out to be like 6 extra ones. But it's not a big deal. If doing a couple extra brush strokes really helps and makes the experience a happy one, then I definitely recommend going ahead and doing those extra brush strokes and feeling more accomplished and happy with your end result. And let me know if you give this a try and you felt like it was really easy or really hard. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm definitely gonna do it more. It's perfect for those days when I just kind of want to mess around in my sketchbook for a little bit and be able to do a bunch of different paintings in a short amount of time. But anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up because that really helps me know that you enjoyed my video. If you'd like to bookmark my channel so that you don't lose it, you can subscribe. And here's a couple of my other videos if you want to watch one of those next.